game later tonight. Go Lobos! But I know there's some Yankees in the room. And also, but look, he also was one of Deb Haaland's fellows when she was a representative, and he is an amazing Democrat in carrying that torch now in Sandoval County, and also leading on issues around economic development and access for all. Please welcome our Rising Star Award winner, Joshua Jones.
Hey, Josh.
Please give it up for the mayor again.
Yes, you bet.
I'll tell you a quick story. Before I really had the opportunity to meet Mayor Tim Keller in person, I was doing some work around EVs, and the Traveling Amigos, they were doing their tour, and I ran into him in all places in Detroit, Michigan. And then maybe a week or two later, we ran into each other again at one of the feast days. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor, so much for your leadership. Thank you so much for trying to move New Mexico and Albuquerque forward. So thank you again, sir. I just want to say thank you so much to Madam Chair and the Democratic Party nominating committee for recognizing me as one of the Rising Stars for this year. I just want to give you my heartfelt thanks. I know she was coming from the Democratic convention, and she gave me a call. I was driving in my car, and she said, "Hey, we're nominating you as one of our Rising Stars." And at first, I'll tell you, I was shocked, I was surprised, but more importantly, I was honored to receive that phone call. So I just want to say thank you so much for nominating me as one of the Rising Stars. I also want to give a quick thank you to the governor for appointing me to serve as the county commissioner for Sandoval County. And I just want to say thank you to my family for always being the backbone, always being there, always being a rock. I do a lot, and they're always there to support me. So thank you so much for always being there. Now to the business at hand. And although I love to talk about myself, I'm pretty amazing, as you just heard the mayor tell you. Just saying. There is some very important business that we need to attend to in November. This election is going to be a launching point or a turning point for the future of this great country. The great country that I dedicated a portion of my adult life to as a member of the United States Air Force. I serve this great nation so that all citizens has the freedom to vote. That is why the stakes are incredibly high if we don't get out and do our job and vote in November. Trump winning again is a real threat, and Project 2025 is coming right along with him if we don't get out and we don't do our jobs. Our democracy, our values, and the future of this nation are on the line. But to tell you the truth, this election isn't just about one candidate. It's about protecting everything that we fought for and continue to fight for. But as this election gets closer and closer, what I keep hearing are issues that do not qualify or disqualify a candidate for running for president. Issues like the vice president's race, her ethnicity, her gender. I'm here to tell you tonight that we have qualified candidates up and down the ballot, regardless of color, regardless of their gender, and regardless of their ethnicity. We have people up and down this ballot that are dedicated, like Michelle Sandoval and Amina Everett. And if you don't know who they are, I would urge you to look out and see who they are, because they're running for House and Senate seats out in Sandoval County. Experience like Representative Herndon and Senator Pope, and want to continue to serve their communities like Cindy Novel. We must show the world that being different doesn't mean that you're a diversity hire or the job was just given to you. What in fact it means is that you're a capable and qualified leader, and you're more than fit to serve your community. But I guess that President Obama wasn't enough to deliver that message. But we can change that narrative when we elect Vice President Harris in November. I just want to share a quick story with you. Since I've been appointed, every day when I wake up, I have to remind myself why I fight for this community. Most mornings after a long night of planning or meetings or strategic sessions, I barely get any sleep at all. But the thing that I do is I get up, I put my shoes on, and I get right back to work, because that's how you win elections and that's how you serve your communities. So come this November, I urge you to put on your shoes to get up and get to the polls. I recently just lost my great-grandmother, but I can hear her and I can see her sitting in her rocking chair, humming an old hymn from church. I can see her, I can almost visualize her looking over at me and saying, "Baby, let the people know tonight that until we are laid to rest, we will keep marching and we will not quit until our work is done." And friends, our work is coming up here in November. So tonight I urge each of you to reach out to a local campaign like mine and donate to the candidates to help them to get across the finish line. There is no sitting back, there is no watching, there is nothing but all-out massive action until November. And when you're at the polls, don't just vote at the top of the ticket. I would urge you to vote all the way down the ticket, back again, double check to make sure that you voted for every Democrat that's on that ballot. Because they're absolutely 100% vote for every Democrat that's on that ballot. Because there are candidates just like me who are fighting for tribal infrastructure and environmental issues. Candidates like myself that are working with the delegation, the party, and the state representatives to improve the constituents of the lives of all our constituents. So again, I can't say enough, I am completely honored for this tremendous honor. And as my late great-grandmother reminds us, until we are laid to rest, until we have taken our last breath, until we have closed our eyes for the last time, we must keep marching, and we will not quit until our work is done. Thank you.